Miranda.
This
Okay.
one is interesting.
Yes, she is, especially because of the connection, the close connection she has with the elusive man, and just how she's like second in command when it comes to Cerberus.
It's quite interesting. Like, how will that basically affect the Cerberus? Is quite interesting as well.
Yeah.
Like, maybe some Cerberus members remain loyal to the Elusive Man, while others maybe stay loyal to Miranda.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, well, if the elusive man was indoctrinated in Mass Effect 2, um, why, like, how long has Miranda been part of Cerberus? Like, maybe she hasn't been in it very long, so that she wasn't part of the indoctrinated people. Like, maybe the one that was indoctrinated, that was working on Shepard, was his name Wilson,
Aye,
and
I think
Miranda wasn't really part of it.
aye
But
Wilson. I keep forgetting about him at the
yeah,
start of the game.
yeah, he was like a something
He's
was
he be,
he was doing something wrong. Like maybe because someone asked me in one of the comments, like something like, "How did Miranda not know that this stuff was Reaper technology?" And I was like,
uh,
"Well, maybe Wilson was the one that implanted it while Miranda was off doing something else or something like that."
aye. Just it'd be quite interesting to see maybe a reveal like why he kind of went nuts and killed everyone.
Yeah. But yeah,
Uh,
Miranda. A lot of people don't like Miranda, but I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Miranda either. But I think she
I'm
does have a pretty big
uh,
spot in the story.
She's got a very big part. As Casey Hudson says, when they revealed Miranda as the perfect human, basically,
Right.
a lot of people didn't like that fact, but it's really part of her character. She's very cocky.
Yeah.
She's very. She basically says, "Nothing's impossible for me. I'll do whatever the heck I want."
Right, and it's not like she's naturally that perfect. I mean, she was made to be perfect, so it makes sense.
Also, quite interesting to see what happens with her and her sister as well.
Yeah, huh? Yeah, and then that problem that she has, I guess it's probably because of her genetics. The problem that
Aye,
she has where she can't conceive, maybe.
I'm thinking probably maybe her father engineered that somehow, like to ensure that she would never be able to have any children and without his say so.
Oh yeah, probably, huh?
It's just quite interesting. There's a lot of, like Miranda's one of these characters. Like you know that she's going to have a big role. You just don't know how big that role is going to be.
Yeah, yeah, especially
Like,
because of the connection she has, the close connection she has with Cerberus. Maybe she knows,
uh,
she's probably going to be your. I don't. She's
uh,
obviously not going to be in Cerberus in Mass Effect 3, but
no, she won't be in it. But I'm thinking maybe I don't know. Maybe she'll confront the elusive man because she
yeah,
knows where his base
definitely.
is. So it could be quite interesting. Maybe she leads you to where his base is, and you go there, and it's a trap, obviously.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Just
she's going to be your like your Cerberus intel person.
she'll probably be able to like say like Cerberus are on their way or something.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting. Each character's got their own, but Miranda's one of these ones like, right, what's she gonna do?
Uh huh. Yeah, because of the connections she's got. She's useful, especially um, she's going to be very useful, I think, for Mass Effect 3 because she's got
Aye,
those
she'll
Cerberus
be very
connections and
useful.
Elusive Man connections.
Aye, and maybe depending on if you romanced her or not, there might be something else involved.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yes.
romanced her the first time, but I don't think I'm going to continue the romance just because I kind of preferred Ashley.
Aye.
So I think I'm
Ash,
going to.
I romanced Ashley in one of my playthroughs, and she's quite an interesting one. I want to know what's happened with her.
Yeah. I love
Uh,
that BioWare did the whole that they're gonna have them returning
aye,
after what happened in Mass Effect 2 after them giving you the cold shoulder. That's
and
gonna be so
it's also a
interesting.
little, it's also a little thank you to ones who played the original Mass Effect.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
you could do a whole other video on what from things from Mass Effect One that will make an appearance.
I know, huh? There's a lot of people forget about Mass Effect 1, but there's a lot of
Aye,
big things in Mass Effect 1
aye,
that kind of make things a little more kind of make you go, "Oh, wait, I remember this in Mass Effect 1. Maybe they're going to do it in Mass Effect 3."
aye. There's a lot of wee things. Well, even though the like know the big things as well, but the little things as well. An
Mhm.
example of that is Nisana. Uh,
Uh
uh,
Oh yeah,
uh, uh,
yeah.
Mass Effect One, she hires you to kill her sister,
Yes.
and then in Mass Effect Two, she basically says, "I thought you were dead." And it's quite interesting because I've got one playthrough where I didn't help
Mhm.
her kill her sister,
Mhm.
and she basically doesn't recognize me and goes, "Well, who the fuck are you?" So
Yeah.
it's
I would have loved if she really said those exact lines. I would have cracked up.
get a Scottish accent as well. That'll work.
Oh, that
And
would have been
Sarah with a
great.
Scottish accent, that'll be a sight.
That would have been great. Now, we talked about all the other characters dying, but what if Shepard dies in Mass Effect 2? If Shepard dies in
Yeah,
Mass... If Mass...
I think Casey Hudson answered that at Comic Con. He said
Yeah,
if
you'll have to create another Shepard, right? But...
basically because they said this way back as well, if memory serves me, that one ending in Mass Effect 2 will not be able to continue on to Mass Effect 3.
Mm-hmm. But,
So I'm assuming that's the one where Shepard dies.
yeah, probably, because I remember hearing him saying that if your Shepard does die, he was like, well, you're going to have to create another Shepard for Mass Effect 3. But I was thinking, I was like, wouldn't it be, I mean, isn't that kind of maybe a little bit of a clue that Shepard might not die in Mass Effect 3? Because some people are like, do you think Shepard's going to die or in Mass Effect 3? But wouldn't it be a little melodramatic if Shepard dies in Mass Effect 2, you create another Shepard, and then he dies again in Mass Effect 3, you're like, okay, yep, Shepard's going to die again.
The possibility of Commander Shepard dying in Mass Effect 2 was probably just a little like, we know the odds of you surviving are very slim. We want to have the chance of you possibly seeing Shepard dying.
Mm-hmm.
And I have seen that ending. It is quite a heartfelt ending.
Yeah.
Cause,
that was a pretty good death for Shepard, but I was like, would they kill him again when they already had the option of getting him killed in Mass Effect 2?
As a possibility, like I've got this idea. It's probably not right, but maybe Shepard gets taken captive by the Reapers closer to the end of Mass Effect 3 of some kind.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be kind of hard to not have Shepard die in Mass Effect 3, especially if you think that he is going to be like fully indoctrinated. But I think he's gonna have some kind of, I think it's gonna be some kind of like an epic sacrifice where he kind of doesn't really lose himself completely to the indoctrination, so he kind of has to like basically risk his life to finish something, and he ends up having to just kill himself.
But probably I'm thinking that, well, Harbinger for one thing, I think you'll probably get a chance to go on inside him. Maybe that's where he takes you.
Yeah.
Because Harbinger basically just wants you for some reason. He just wants you to do something, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think they want his body so that they could like maybe
turn him into some kind of super husk or something.
Yeah, to implant some kind of like cybernetic so that they could directly take over his body, like Saren or something like that. But yeah, maybe that's why they want his body. But that would be really cool. Actually, I hadn't even thought of in Mass Effect 3 going into a Reaper.
Well, we know you can go inside them from Mass Effect 1.
Right, with Saren. They thought that Sovereign was Saren's ship.
His flagship with Matriarch Benezia.
Yeah, I would love to see the inside of a Reaper.
I'm pretty sure we will get a chance to see inside it. Plus, we went inside the Dead Reaper, basically.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll probably get a chance to go inside maybe even Harbinger, or even maybe an even bigger, badder Reaper.
Yeah.
Because my pal says this a while ago. I'm not saying some of it's right, but Sovereign was kind of like the scout.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
If Sovereign's the scout, I hate to see a warship.
I know, huh? It's like, no, I'm the big daddy.
You just go, right, we just killed the warship. No, that was the scout. That's the warship over there.
No, that's the baby. It's like, oh my god.
Oh shit. There's also how the Reapers have a close resemblance to the Keepers as well.
Yes, yeah, that's what they were talking about, that possibly the Keepers were the last species that the Reapers harvested, and that's why they took their form.
Even if like the Reapers activate some kind of like super mode for them, and they just like turn into tanks or something.
Yeah, they start like attacking you or something. Like like you saw that video, right? The video on the Shadow Broker with the Keeper that took down the Krogan.
I saw that. Well, you see him just slowly walking away.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god.
Like the keepers can kick ass.
Yeah, that's gonna be so cool to see them in action in Mass Effect 3.
It's also the kind of resemble sort of like insect-like creatures.
Yeah.
So like insect, look a bit reptile-ish as well. So it's quite interesting to see what they might have in the game as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's a lot of like ideas flying about, but it's very much so the keepers, reapers. What one's the bigger threat?
It turns out the keepers are like more dangerous.
Maybe the keepers were the ones that originally created the reapers. We never know.
I know, that would be interesting, huh?
Because we don't really know the reaper's origin story.
No, the Reapers just say that we weren't
beginning.
created. We were just we just are, but I think they had to be created.
My theory is like you go back to Mass Effect 1. You remember the Thorian Creeper?
Yes.
Sorry, the Thorian. Sorry.
Yeah.
The Thorian was a massive plant, and in my opinion, if you were to add some armor onto it, it would look quite a lot like a Reaper.
Oh, interesting. I have to go back to look at the Thorian. I don't really remember how it looked like.
It just looks like just the way it looks and how it can clone an Asari, just from the DNA of it, made it quite interesting. I always looked at the Thorian and went, is it possible that is a Reaper?
Ooh, interesting. And then the Thorian was the only cure to the indoctrination.
Aye, because it cured the Asari.
Yeah.
And also how it says it wanted the memories of the cold ones who walked before.
Right, the Protheans.
Aye, because that could possibly hint that the Thorian maybe was one of the Reapers that didn't want the technology in it.
Ah.
It's just an idea I had when I was playing through Mass Effect 1 one time.
Oh, it's interesting. I like that.
Because it was a big plant.
Yeah. I have to go back and look at that thing.
There's a lot. It's just one wee theory I've got, but I could be completely wrong. But I might get lucky.
Yeah, even if it's I love to hear theories because as much as where you're like, oh, that's not gonna be it. It's still a lot of people have really great theories where it would be like, oh, I'd love to see that.
It would, even in one theory where the Reapers just turn out to be like tiny insects and tiny insects piloting a wee ship.
I know, huh?
You just the whole thing's a lie. The trailer's a lie. They just land and they're like the size of like a grasshopper.
Yeah.
It's just there's a lot of wee things that I keep thinking like, well, what if?
It's like this little Reaper insect that's like, I'm going to take over, and you just squish it. Oh, whoops.
You just go.
What did he say?
We got a lot of theories out there and a lot of random.
Yeah, we covered. I'm surprised we covered every character. But yeah, that's basically it for this episode. We definitely will be doing this another time.
Let us know, did you enjoy us rambling on a lot?
Yeah, this one didn't have too much of a.
It was more like for the laughs and also to pass on our ideas. For the viewers of MD Gamer 83, let us know. Do you want us to do this again?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, seriously. And also, if you guys haven't seen Scottish Warriors 92's videos, please go watch his videos. He has some pretty good stuff.
Before anyone asks, I was very young when I made that name up, so that's basically why it's that.
No, it's a cool one. I like it.
So feel free to come and check me out, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for having me, Gamer MD.
Oh no, thank you for being on the show, and I hope we could do this another time too. All right, that's it for this episode, and we will talk to you guys later.
Right, well, see you all later. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, click the like button. If you didn't, click the button, and if you want to watch more videos by Gamer MD, click that subscribe button.
Nice.
That's mine.
Yes, thank you. That was cool.
Right, my catchphrase.
Nice.
Well, we'll see you all later.
All right, bye.
Bye.